Hey everyone, today's video is going to be part 3 of the magic message. Now, if you don't know what the magic message is, the magic message is an effect that Robert Ball Magician uploaded to his channel a while back, and I decided I would make a multiple part series going over different ways you can do the effect. So I'm going to leave Robert's original video and his channel in the description. I'm also going to leave parts 1 and 2 of the magic message in the description as well. So in this video, we're going to learn how you can have a spectator choose a card, control it where you need to, and then you can do the magic message that way. I'm going to show you two ways you can go about this. So let's get straight into this. So the first way I'm going to show you is how you can control the card to the bottom of the deck, and then I'm going to show you how you can control it to the top of the deck. So for this, and before we even start, in case you're wondering about the cards I'm going to be using, these are the Empire Bloodline. I have a deck review on these, so I will link that in the description. So you can start off by having the deck shuffled, and when you take it back, you say you're going to make a prediction or take out a card. Keep in mind, everything is going to be like this, so they only see the backs of the cards. What you're going to do is you're going to go through and you're going to take out any value 5 card, either the 5 of diamonds, the 5 of hearts, the 5 of spades, or the 5 of clubs. Now, I always go with the first 5, but you can go with any 5 you would like. And I also forgot to mention that you're going to need 3 dice with you. So make sure before you start you have 3 dice. Or you can watch part 1, how I teach you, or where I teach you, how you can do this without dice as well. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to take out any 5 and I'm going to leave that face down. Now I'm going to have a card selected. And it's up to you if you want the card signed or not. So let's say in this case we have the 9 of spades. So you explain to the spectator before they turn over the card. So they take the card out of the deck. You say, okay, before you turn that around, before you look at that card, let me turn around. When you turn around completely, you're going to go to the bottom of the deck, and in groups of 3, you're going to count 3, 6, 9, and you're going to catch a pinky break above 9 cards. While you're counting the 9 cards, you explain to the spectator, okay, I want you to go ahead, look at your selection, and remember it. So in this case, we have the 9 of spades. So you know when you were turned around, you counted from the bottom 3, 6, 9, meaning their card is going to go in the 10th position from the bottom. So when you turn back around, you're going to do the Marlowe tilt. I'm not going to teach the Marlowe tilt, but I do have a video on it. So I will link that in the description. So we're just going to do the Marlowe tilt and make that card 10th from the bottom. And now from the top, I like to say, okay. Now some people think I might have cards face up near the top, but as you can see, no cards are face up. And now I just counted 9 cards in groups of 3. Now you could go one more for 10, okay? So you might actually want to do that. So I say, okay. So as you can see, all of the cards are face down. And all I did was 3, 3, 4. So 3, 6, uh, so 3, 6, 9, 10. So 3, 6, 9, and one more for 10. Okay. So once you have a break under 10 cards, I don't know why I got confused there. You're going to come over into a thumb break and you're going to do the double undercut. I'm not going to teach the double undercut, but you say, okay, let's go ahead and give the deck some cuts now. And if you actually did this right, you're going to see the card is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Just like that. And now you want the card 23rd. So the easiest way I figured out how to do this is actually really simple. I spread out the top half and I explained to them I want you to touch 3 cards you think might be yours. And they can really touch any 3 from the top half. You're going to put these face up on top of the deck in like a block. So when you take these out, you're going to square them up and you're going to turn them over. And you say, okay, I'm going to show you these cards and I want you to say yes or no if the card I show you is yours. And if you don't have duplicate cards in the deck, and if you did this right, they're not going to see their card. So they're going to say no to the first one, and all I do is I turn it face down and I move it to the bottom of the deck. I say the 8 of clubs, no, and the 4 of spades, no. So now what this did was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. And now you can do the magic message with the dice. I'm going to do the dice at the end just to save some time, but let me go over that one more time to the bottom, and then I'm going to show you to the top. So let's say they select a card. Let's say in this case they touch a card, and you say, okay, I'm going to turn around, and I want you to look at the card and remember it. And when I turn around, before I start talking, I'm going to push off 3 groups, and then I can start talking. So I want you to look at your card, remember it, and you can sign it. Only if you want them to sign it. So now I counted off 3, 6, 9. 3 groups of 3 cards, and I put my pinky in there. So in this case, we have the 7 of clubs. So you're going to do the Marlowe tilt, and you're going to put the card right there in the break. Now, I say okay. As you can see, none of the cards are face up at the top. Some people think I might be able to turn cards face up. All I did there was just like before. I did 3, 6, 9, 3 groups of 3, but then I added one more card for 10. So 3, 6, 9, 10. I'm going to catch a break below these 10 cards, and I'm going to cut them to the bottom. So therefore, a double undercut. And finally, I say, okay, go ahead and touch 3 cards here you think might be yours. Let's say this one, and this one. And I just spread out the top half of the deck because I don't want that 23. I don't want them to choose a card from the 23rd position or down. Before you turn these face up on top of the deck, you explain to the spectator, I'm going to show you these cards, and I want you to say yes or no if the card I show you is yours. So in this case, the 2 of hearts, they're going to say no. You're going to put it face down on the bottom. Say the 3 of spades, no. And the jack of hearts, no. That's going to get the 7 of clubs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Once you get in the 23rd position from the bottom, you can now add in the 5 and the dice, and you can do the effect. I'm going to actually show you that at the end, but now let's go over how you can do it with the card at the top. This is actually a little easier just because you have you have a bigger range of options. So here's how I would go about this. Let's say we have a card selected. Same thing as before. I say before you look at it, I'm going to turn around. And once I turn around, I'm going to count 9 cards from the top of the deck. So their cards should already be turned over, remembered, and you have a break under 10 cards. And now you can do either the Marlowe Tilt or the Bluff Pass. I'm not going to teach those, but I will leave links for those in the description. And I'm going to leave it face up so you can see how it works. So we're going to push it in there to the middle of the deck. I say, okay. I'm going to give the deck a quick shuffle just to lose your card even more. So now you're going to do the controlled overhand, excuse me, you're going to do the controlled overhand shuffle. So you're going to put 10 cards on top. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Obviously, you're not going to count out loud. So now, when we do this controlled overhand shuffle, which you can check out the full tutorial in the description, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And now I like to say okay. So as you can see, all of the cards are face down, and their selection would be face down too. I just kept it face up. And as you can see, none of the cards are face up. At the bottom of the deck, I'm going to count 3 cards with my eyes. I'm going to lift up on this 4th card and catch a break above the 3 cards. I'm going to go into thumb break, just like this. I'm going to swing cut, which I will leave a link for. I'm going to drop these 3 cards right on top, put my pinky in there, and now I can cut above the top half. Once you get to that break, though, you want to just drop everything on top. So now we're at the break. I'm just going to drop everything. Because if you give this multiple cuts, well, now you're going to lose that 23rd position from the top. And now you have the card 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. And that is how you can get it 23rd from the top. Let me go over that one more time, and then I'm going to go over the rest of the trick finally. So you have a card selected, and you say, okay, before you look at it, I'm going to turn around. You're going to count 3, 6, 9, and catch a break. So in this case, we have here the Jack of Hearts. You're going to do either the Marlowe Tilt or the Bluff Pass. And keep in mind, too, you can substitute any of the moves I'm doing for different moves. And if you have a different way of controlling the card 23rd, feel free to do that as well. This is just what I put together. So now it's going to be 10th, and now I'm going to do the controlled overhand shuffle, making it 20th. So instead of 9 cards I put on top, I'm going to put 10. So I say, okay, I'm going to actually give these a little shuffle. And while I'm talking, I'm going to count in my head up to 10. And then I can do the shuffle just like this. And last but not least, I like to spread through the deck and I say okay. As you can see, all of the cards are face down. There's no way I should be able to find your card. I'm going to catch a break above the top 3 cards. Okay, I'm going to go into thumb break. I'm going to swing cut. Doesn't really matter how many you swing cut. Okay, because you're gonna drop a big half from the bottom. So you can swing cut a little portion, or actually, if we look here, make sure you swing cut more than half actually, because you want that 23. So I swing cut maybe this many, I put it on the break, and now I can cut. And this is gonna get it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Finally, once you have in 23, you say, okay, I have some dice here, and what I would like for you to do with these dice is roll them and keep rolling until you're happy with the numbers on top. Few things that can happen here. So let's say in this case we have this number. So you say, okay, we're going to take the bigger number and we're going to subtract it from the smaller number. So we have 564 minus 465. Just like that. If you hit equals, you're going to get 99. Now keep in mind, you want either the number 18 or you want 99, okay? So if you get the number 18, you're going to move on to your prediction. That's the first thing. If you don't get 18, you get 99, you say, okay, let's go ahead and add the two numbers. 9 plus 9, which is 18, and then you move on to your prediction. Now, keep in mind, when you roll the die, if this might happen, if you get two numbers that are the same, so a 5, 6, and 6, it may come out to 0. If that happens, just roll the dice again and continue until you can get two numbers that add up to 18. Now, sometimes you might get three numbers that add up to 18. So if that happens, that's fine as well. But if you get a 0, because it might happen with two of the same number, roll the die again. And if you get three numbers and you add up each of those numbers as they are, it'll come out to 18. So let's go over this one more time here. So the only thing is you don't want 0, but you do want either 18, 99, which you can add up the two nines for 18, or you want three numbers. When you add up those three digits, you get 18. So here we have a 4, 4, and a 3, so perfect. Let's see how this goes. 4, 4, 3 minus 3, 4, 4. Just like that. And it gets 99. So now you say, okay, let's add 9 plus 9 and see what we get. In this case, 18. So now I explain, okay, whatever values on this card, we're going to add it to the number on the calculator. So in this case, we get a 5. So 18 plus 5 is 23, and that is where you need it. So I hope that part makes sense, but that's what you're gonna do. And if you control the card to the bottom of the deck, a few things you can do. You can either, before you start the calculations, just nonchalantly put the deck down face up, and when you come back to the deck at the end, you can pick it face up without calling any attention to it and hold it. If it's face down, you can say, okay, we're going to go ahead and we're going to count to the number on the calculator, which is 18. And notice when I was gesturing and explaining what we're going to do, I just turned the deck face up, but I didn't call any attention to it. This is only if you control the card 23rd from the bottom. You count 23 and it will work. But if it's from the top, it will work as well. So for the other videos, I showed it at the bottom. Let's go to the top. I say, okay, let's count 23. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, just like that. So that is today's video. I hope you really enjoyed this one. This is how you can now get a spectator selection in the right position and do the trick just like how it's done. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you're new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out the Patreon down in the description if you didn't have a chance to check it out yet. And check out my Patreon video where I go over all the tiers. That's going to be it for me, and I will see you next time. Bye.